All right, so I had this dream this morning and it was applicable to someone that's close to me, so I immediately texted them first thing in the morning because God was making it very urgent to let them know. And after I let them know, God was like, you need to tell other people about this because it's not just applicable to that one person. So I'm going to let you guys know what this dream was. I'm not going to tell you names because it doesn't really matter. It's applicable to everyone that it's supposed to be applicable to. All right, so pray to God about it too. Don't just take my word for it. Always go to the Lord for anything and everything that I say, because yeah, you need to discern. Not to say that this is going to be wrong, but I was told to give you a warning, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So this child got A, but it was specifically J&J, but I'm pretty sure it's applicable to all of the, okay? So before this child played with many sports and had no issues, right? Could like really, really push hard and have no problems at all. This child got and then all of a sudden he got a heart attack. Yep. And I was told that it could be a heart attack or a stroke. Okay. And the part that really, really, really bothered me is the health professional said, oh, it's just a coincidence. It's not really much to be worried about. They just overexerted themselves. So they just blatantly outright lied. So if you heed to this message, okay, I'm pretty sure it's God saying, do not vaccinate your children. Do not give your children this. Because why would you want to give your child something that has no long-term studies for a virus that has a 99.9% survival rate? For kids, it's like pretty much 99.9, if not more. So anyway, the fact that this kid suffered essentially a heart attack, but it could be a stroke as well through exercise because of myocarditis. That's basically the inflammation of the heart. So this is my warning to anyone with children. Do not, your kids, don't. And if you're like, oh, well, my kids play sports and they need to keep on playing sports. Okay, well, think about this. Think about this. What would you prefer? Your kid not playing sports and actually having a nice life with properly functioning organs? Or your kids getting to play their sports and all of a sudden they're having heart attacks or strokes or permanent damage that will last for the rest of their life. So, something to think about. Also, I'm on a Telegram group where people discuss adverse reactions of certain things. And apparently nurses, this was from Alberta, nurses are being gag ordered for kids because kids have been getting the shots and a lot of them have been coming to the hospital with heart problems. But you'll never hear that on mainstream media. And it was this nurse's husband that essentially told this group about this, was able, well, not even directly, but anyway, just warning you, there's a lot of things that mainstream media will not tell you, and that's adverse reaction in kids, myocarditis, the inflammation of the heart. There's also been blockages like strokes, like they're like blood clots in children. So this is my warning to you. I don't care if you mock me. I really don't. God told me to warn people, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Once again, take this to the Lord yourself. Don't just take my word for it, but this is the warning. Do not get your kids And so if you don't heed this warning and you go ahead and do that anyway, and something does happen, well, blood's off my hands. I did what God told me to do, to warn people. So this is not meant to scare people. It's just, please wake up to this. And if something does happen, if you do, your kid and kids, and they keel over or get a heart attack or have a stroke, a kid having a heart attack or a stroke, that should put up some red flags. And if a health professional says, oh, it's just a coincidence and you don't have to worry about anything, it's just their heart is just a little bit inflamed, it's not a big deal, and they were perfectly fine before, you better start putting some red flags in your head that something isn't right. Okay? So, God bless you all. Okay? Take care. And please, please do not your kids.